What's going on, Q Owners Club? Scott Dolly here, excited to be with you today. And I actually have a really special guest with me. You guys all know him. It's Simon Moore, founder, designer at Q Golf. Simon, how are you doing today?
Great.
Simon, update us on the latest product developments that have happened on the design and technical front since the PGA show.
Well, at the PGA show, the first thing that we should talk about is we changed the name, which isn't technical, of course, but we think is very important. We realized at the show that Urquhart had a wonderful heritage story as a brand name, but it's just too hard to say and spell and remember. And so one of the big things from the show was not technical. It was to change the brand name to Q. As you know, Scott, at the show, we had a club you could hit. We had a club you could play with. It went click, click, click. But you know what? The devil is in the detail. What you need from these things is you need something that works on all fronts. And so we, in the last 3 months now, I suppose, we've been tweaking things.
The prototypes had a bit of a rattle to them if you tapped them on the ground. And it was something that you can easily get over. It doesn't affect you while you're playing the game. To me, it didn't affect me at all. But it's one of the things that you guys were thinking about even after we left the show. And so tell me a little bit more about that real quick.
Obviously, if you're using a golf club in a robust environment, hitting the ground, hitting the ball, maybe a bit of racket abuse at times, you've got to think about these things. You've got to use really strong metal against metal. You've got a propensity to have a rattle sound. There's a confidence thing that if you pick up a club and you simply drop it on the ground, particularly if it's concrete or a cart path, you don't probably want to hear a rattle. We don't have any rattle problem when we hit the golf ball. 6-9 months ago, I suppose we were a little bit working on it to do with little low impact shots like small putts and chips. We're way past that now, Scott. Do you know what? We're out there. We're looking to try to solve that. It's not the most important thing. The most important thing is the club plays well. This thing is not about a museum piece. This is not about a show and tell. This is about playing the game of golf. So the most important thing, everything has to be related to that, doesn't it? It has to be great to play with. And to know what setting you've got without having to look at it is really magical.
All right, Simon, common question that we've seen inside the Q Owners Club, a concern that as people start playing with the Q, that sand or debris may get inside the club. They know that's where the working parts are, the moving parts are. So what is your experience with that, and how do you answer that?
Okay, so there are two potential apertures for debris to get in. The way we started off doing the toe detail was a potential access point. Okay. But as the technology evolved, the toe detail is locked to the head.
Locked in.
So the toe is not an option now. So where can sand or grit or debris or water get into the club? Well, the only opportunity is in the heel area now, between the hosel, which runs inside the head, and the head. One of the details we're working through now is whether to have the sealing detail at the heel end an O-ring or a Teflon sleeve, and that's still to be decided. But we find that both of them sort of work, so we're not quite sure at the moment. But the worst that happens is maybe 1 out of 20 bunker shots. The club has sort of got jammed. Now, the solution is surprisingly simple and a little bit brutal. And all you do is you grab the club and you tap it on the ground, toe down, into the ground, and that dislodges the little bit of sand that's stopping things moving. And so this is something that we need to share with people. The solution is a little bit of gentle violence.
Simon, we're a couple months out from the PGA show, from the end of the Kickstarter campaign. How are we looking on that all-important and exciting day, shipping day?
We said that we'd ship from July for right-handed. I think we got a chance. what's the general plan here? The general plan is that we're going to get some new internals tomorrow, hopefully. We'll put them together. We'll test them with a few clubheads that we've got to hand. Then about 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, we'll get some more externals, which is the head and the hosel. We have pre-ordered already, if you like, production space. With the knowledge I've got now, I would say we've got a very good chance of doing left-handed by December.
Yeah, but you're right. You have to. These days, you do have to leave margin in there for that, supply chain issues and that kind of thing.
I mean, the world's messy now.
Right.
And tomorrow, get some more samples from China. Exciting times.
Okay.